Hey guys, this is Tigers coming back to you with Overwatch 2. And what I probably should have double checked beforehand, and I have double checked since setting up stream, is this will be the last game of the season. There's 6 days left, season 21 will start next week, and I'm hoping what I've heard isn't true. Because I don't think they'll be doing repeat mythics yet. But, like, I've still not seen the new mythic. Although, know a lot more about Vendetta than I... See, I presumed, and I was presuming right. I presumed that she wanted revenge. But I presumed wrong against who? I presumed she wanted revenge against, Reaper. Because Reaper's the one who shot her father. No. She wants to take down Doomfist and wants his empire. And from what I don't think I've fully seen it. I think I potentially have, I'm not 100% sure. But, in one of her more recent stories, I believe she's then seen talking to Symmetra, because light-based powers get used. And Symmetra, I think, is the only character in Overwatch that uses those base powers. So, and she's trying to get Symmetra on board, and, Symmetra's like, but I don't want this infringed, doesn't want it to affect her company. So, I have no idea. Now, obviously, the weekly stuff is all updated. But I am close to completing a lot. The progression levels will be done. The comp games won't be. But, for my ranks, which I still need to do one more game. Now, guys, the other day I did... What was it? 2? No, I did 3 comp games in general. The 2 in damage to get that up, because I didn't fancy waiting half an hour just to do 3 games. And then the 1 tank game. My tank score did go down. So, we're going to jump into damage. We're going to play a game of Reaper. And then I'm going to do... probably a couple arcade game modes. Because, guys, I don't really want to be affected by comp score right near the end of the season, which means I don't really want to be playing comp right near the end of the season. Although, I did get 1 win out of, 8, which is not great. And while we wait, I'll shut the shop, guys. As usual, there's nothing different, other than the fact of I did get the thing in the end. And, quite frankly, I don't mind it. I like having, but I 100% would want one in the Battle Pass for next season, a legendary Vendetta skin. I don't think it's the nicest skin in the world, but she doesn't have that many. Because... go into the heroes. I think she has 3. When I can actually find her. We'll go to unowned. There's a high society skin. So she has 2 legendaries, high society, and the one included in the new bundle. And 2 Overwatch skins, which I do really like that white one. It does just look nice, and then the home, I'm actually starting to really grow on me. I do really like them. And then these just simple read, I don't really classify these as a character getting love for skins. Because, guys, every character had skins like this. Which is literally quite simply just recolors of their Overwatch skin. Or more specifically, in Overwatch 2 cases, recolors of Overwatch 2 skins. Some do look nicer, like that one does. The white does, which is why I picked it up. That I also do think does also look nicer. And then there's that, which I also do actually. I do also do think is just like nice. Some reskins of basic skins are kind of nice. But like, I do kind of really like her, like, sort of more panther like motif for the skin. I do think it really looks cool. But while we wait, guys. While we wait, I will quickly jump into the practice range. When I actually figure out what the thing is. Training. Practice. Actually, no. While we wait, I will put this on.
I hope you placed a wager. It would be a pity to have such an incomparable view of today's race, while risking no stake in its outcome.
Oh yes, I backed Clelia. Horatius may be undefeated, but one should never...
Now guys, I will say now, my first reaction to this was, quite frankly, wait, they've got the speeder things from Star Wars? Because in episode 1, Anakin takes place in, I can't think what they're called, but they're races. And they look very similar to, like, the things there. Of course, when I get halfway through it, comp starts. Yeah, I'm down for a control map.
Select your hero.
End of the season, last game I need to do to complete my comp things. Feels right. I don't want to see May. Or Lifeweaver. Or Zarya. Zarya, Sombra. I'm going to say Zarya, Sombra. Diva was not expecting, and Moira is kind of into, but wasn't 100% sure. Now, do I disagree with Sombra getting banned basically every single match, which isn't exactly fair on Sombra? No, I don't, like, unless they've given her back the way her powers used to work, because for a while it was basically, like, you could, a good point was when you could still translocate, you didn't have to essentially, you know, need to then click a button to essentially translocate. Which basically meant Sombra's hiding them in little corners and then using them as get out of jail free cards. Those days were over. But Sombra could just basically permanent invis until she started shooting her gun, which I didn't mind. And it's when I did start main her a lot more, because back at the end of Overwatch 1 I found out she was basically going to be getting changed, and I wanted to start playing a lot more in Overwatch 2, and then I started playing her a good bit a while ago. I've not played her a decent bit in a while, mainly because, again, I don't get to play DPS that often, and when I do, I usually incompetence is usually banned. No Lucio. Although Lucio on this map is really annoying, so is Wrecking Ball. Although guys, if for some reason I do end up ending stream early, it's generally down to the fact of I'm slightly ill. Not like I'm not ill, I'm just not feeling 100%. Where the hell's that coming from? But yeah, Lucio and Lucio more, but Wrecking Ball. That's my point. They're annoying on this map. You give Lucio the space to maps where he can essentially boot people off, which 9 times out of 10 they're control maps. He becomes an annoying menace. But yeah, so does Wrecking Ball. Wrecking Ball not so much because he has a bit more of a leash. But Lucio. But yeah, guys, so I do think Sombra potentially will end up either getting a nerf or her powers will just. Mate, didn't even notice you. And guys, that's what I hate about Maze. They will get into trouble, they will piss someone off, and they will basically go and run. See, the thing that Maze instantly reminds me of is when you've got like a younger sibling who's like really annoying, and they essentially, you know, come piss you off all a lot, and like they push the buttons, and then as soon as you instantly move, they're instantly like, "Mommy, no!" Like they instantly go run into parental figures, and it's like, Joe, do not bully your baby brother. But he started it. I don't care who started it. Do not bully your baby brother. And it's like, hold on, wait a minute. Like I disagree with those situations. It's like, hold on, wait a minute. Why is the older sibling getting essentially punished for essentially turning around and saying, Brad, you're gonna act like one, you're gonna treat it like one. Because I'm sorry, if a younger sibling then started. Wasn't that situation where a young sibling started picking it and he came running to me? It's like, you seriously came running to me? You started this battle, you finished this battle. That's really more useful. Yeah, like I hate those. I hate when I hear about those situations. It's like, and people are like, wait, hold on, why are you on the older brothers? Why are you on like the older sibling situation? It's like, you're telling me if you had an annoying young sibling that came and decided to piss you off, your first reaction wouldn't be, okay, I want to punch them. I have more respect for the siblings who don't bite back, but I also just have respect for the siblings who, you know, do decide to essentially teach them a lesson.
Her time will come.
Also guys, for anyone who does ask about Monster Hunter, the finale was last week, and Monster Hunter Rise potentially will be starting Monday.
Victory is at hand.
It'll just be a case of filming over the weekend. Which might be fun, might be annoying, who knows. Also guys, this week's episode of Craftmon should be a lot more interesting than they have been for a little while. Also, it does Maze, you stupid. It's like, I was thinking, how the hell did I get in a conversation with annoying siblings? It's like, oh yeah, Maze running and hiding. Which is even a lot more funnier when like you've just got the young sibling that bullies on the middle sibling. You know, they try to run for backup and they just bump into the older sibling, and the older sibling's just like, yeah, you've done this chicken with me more than once, I'm on her side. Yeah guys, so this week's episode of Craftmon should be a lot more interesting. Still need to film it, not had a chance to.
Enemy discovered.
Mainly because I spent the last 2 days recording GTA videos. Guys, if you'd asked me years ago would I be filming GTA content, I would have been like, no, it's not, like, I love playing the game, but I don't think I will. And compared to that, it's like I'm trying to think of more GTA videos I can do that aren't just, you know, carbon copies of them all, because at the end of the day, I want them to be original. But yeah, so, part 2 of the 2-part agency thing, agency mission, that'll be our Thursday. And it was really fun. Like, I really did enjoy filming it. Like, I really do. Fuck. I do really enjoy filming GTA. It's just a case of, okay, what to film about it? Like, I'm surprised the amount of people that do still film it constantly. Like, yeah, I could 100% make a video about all the new different cars and all that lot. Or, you know, going over the vehicles I have. Actually, that wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. Like, where I just spend, like, a video just going over, like, my aircraft and, like, my vehicle. Potentially. But until we do get, like, a new update.
My ultimate is ready.
The objective's in my hands.
Point is ours. Wrecking Ball, do not do this. Wrecking Ball means I also... Like, question to all of us means, how the hell do you have fun just spinning around in a circle? Like, the others before on went and said, yeah, no, we're taking the spin around everything because you're misusing them.
I'll take all your dumplings.
Like, I wasn't using my ult there for essentially a kill tactic, more as you as Snoopford, find another way around, you don't have the time to.
Play of the game.
Now, hopefully I do rank somewhat decent. And that surprisingly wasn't, like, long, but also wasn't short. Which, guys, for those wondering why I basically only do 3 rounds of comp, I tend to stream for about an hour. Gives a nice little length to have a nice conversation, all that lot, and get a few comp games done. I'll take till 5. But because things like, you know, comp typically takes like 20 minutes. Like anywhere from about 15 to 20-ish minutes is typically a game of comp. Annoyingly, that was my first win of the day. Now, before I do jump into another game, or quickly watch this.
I hope you placed a wager. It would be a pity to have such an incomparable view of today's
Now again,
race,
guys, all the
while
credit goes to
risking
Blizzard for
no
this.
stake in its outcome.
Oh yes, I backed Clelia.
Now, I didn't think Symmetra straight at the beginning, because I'm 99% sure the hand we can see is the hand that is basically techified. But we don't see the other arm, and I'm thinking, hold on, is it? I will double check after this game.
Barreling down the streets in a chariot. Clelia is my most ruthless champion, and she drives much like how she fights. Dirty.
Oh, I'm well aware of her talents. But women such as ourselves, well, we have no problem.
It also doesn't sound like
rules
Symmetra.
in the name of creating our own. Wouldn't you agree?
I would, Miss Singania.
Oh, please. Call me Vera.
Vera, then. Has Sanjay briefed you on our negotiations?
He has. Though he described them less as negotiations and more as...
Now, I think the person that the currently talking about was, I think his name was Maximilian,
His proposal
where
was an
Vendetta
insult.
basically goes,
For
give me
years
one
I
reason why I
fought
shouldn't
against
just
the
go and
poor
slice.
expectations of those around me, those who failed to see my worth. I did not make it to the top by accepting scraps.
My, you are a fiery one.
I only hope you've come prepared with a more suitable offer. After all, Bishkar's shields would serve as a far better defense for your tattered reputation than they would for my fighters.
I assure you, Vishka's reputation is well managed.
I'm not so certain it is. Your careless construction in Surabasa, inciting a popular uprising in Rio. Trouble with our runaway
Now, life preview is
architect,
shown.
other
I don't know why.
more unsavory matters. Your company is one failure away from a formal investigation. But a public connection to Talon, ooh, that would ruin you.
Well, you've certainly done your research, haven't you?
I have.
What a rare pleasure to meet with someone of your caliber. With that sort of attention to detail, I imagine you've brought your own offer to the table.
Vishkar's public image has suffered greatly. It will take more than sponsoring a few winning matches to fix what your organization has broken. Just as I will require more of you, if we are to form a partnership.
And what, pray tell, would you require of me?
Your loyalty. Vishkar's shielding technology would be effective in the Colosseo, but I believe it could have broader applications.
In other words,
Threatening
in
to
other means,
expose my
she means she
company's
plans to use it
secret
for a
and
weapon.
enticing me with a business proposition in the same breath. My, you certainly live up to your reputation.
I am my reputation.
And Vishkar's reputation is mine. Let me be clear. Any success from this endeavor is mine to claim. But any faults will fall on your shoulders alone. Are we in alignment, darling?
We are.
Marvelous.
So you don't know credit for any
Let
reason
us
why that
begin.
succeeds? That's why I thought Symmetra. Because I instantly saw the hand, I instantly saw the glowing, and it's like, hold on, is that Symmetra? But like, her name is then mentioned as something different. And I was right. Well, no, I was wrong. Go based on Overwatch 2 skin, which, yeah, her like robotic arm is the other arm. I mean, skin tone matches, because match has always been a case of, from certain angles, you wouldn't be able to necessarily tell. Which I wouldn't necessarily, I don't want to say problem, but it's like, depending on like how dark skinned you are, like the more light you are, the more from like a distance, it's like, are you darker skinned or are you more lighter skinned? Which again, it's interesting to Overwatch have put the details in, so because from a certain angle that kind of looks more white than brown. But again, it's Symmetra. So, but I don't know whether it's the case of this, like that's actual Symmetra's real name, or no idea, because I don't know if Symmetra's name is Symmetra or whether it's something else. Now guys, this was back basically during the season that Anna got her mythic. When like we want a bunch of, techno robots basically, so things like Bastion, Orisa, and I think potentially Echo might have got a skin. Like Bastion and Orisa skins got reused back from Overwatch 1. But other than the prosthetic legs for the Symmetra skin and the blades on the one foot, I do really like it. But yeah, so guys, the reason they instantly started thinking Symmetra at the end of it was quite simple. You see the one with one, like, granted that could be someone else with similar powers. I have no idea. At this point, Overwatch is basically getting everyone to start speculating on who the next hero is.
Arriving at Antarctica. Prepare for battle. Select your
Because before Vendetta was added in, everyone, including myself, was like, oh my god, it's going to be Wu Yang's sister, tell I've played a bit too much Marvel Rivals, but also not much Marvel Rivals. I fired, DPS, all that lot. And then when it was like DPS, it's like, it's Mandela. Who I do actually really like. And it wouldn't be the first time. Oh, an idiot. I went into this instantly thinking, oh, it's a 1v1, both have the same character. Not thinking, no, we don't both have the same character. We have an option of 3. I was an idiot. You can tell I don't play much arcade, and the reason I don't play much arcade, and the reason I don't necessarily stream arcade, and it's more something I will like chuck in at the end of the season for a stream, is because personally to me, I think comp is a bit more fun. I say more fun, a bit more entertaining to watch. Yeah, see, I know how May functions. I also know when you've got a wrecking ball, when you've got, an ice wall in your way, the best way to deal with it is to full on say, here's an even gianter one. Yeah, guys, I never did mention it, but I did get I do own all the mythics now. I'm not exactly happy the fact that I own all of them, but I'm happy that I've got a complete collection. Which I think matters to me a bit more. Like, on one hand, it's like, I was annoyed that I had to essentially go around being able to get them, and, essentially get the currency. Which I'm not completely against. I'm just more against the case of Overwatch using it as a literal case of I was an idiot. Yeah, I don't mind needing to get the currency for a weapon. Oh no. I played Reaper in the one game, but he is in my top 3, and that was just so I can get him back into more of a solid position in my top 3. Because for me, it's Sigma, Reaper, Mercy, but I'd accidentally let slip and let Mercy overtake Reaper. But Reaper would have been an instant victory for me, more than likely. But then again, my Kiriko skills are still pretty decent. Now that's a 14-second timer. Now Life Reaver unfortunately has rapid fire. Yeah. Guys, it's basically like picking a fight with someone who's got a shotgun when you've got a pistol. It's been a while since I've played Hazard. I played him a tiny bit when he came out, and I think potentially the season after that. But I've not touched him since. And guys, if you did see the 3 characters literally at the bottom of before the game, before this match started, yeah, 2 of them were supports, Kiriko, Mercy, and D.Va. They are typically characters that I play a lot of. Wrecking Ball was an option. I don't remember Wrecking Ball being an option. Oh wait, hold on, yeah, it was Bastion Hazard, Wrecking Ball, wasn't it? I don't think I'm going to win this because Wrecking Ball is annoying to deal with. Wrecking Ball can heal. It's like a Wrecking Ball heal. I was surprised. I did not think I was going to win that.
To 3.
I'm 99% sure they're going to go Margaret, and if they don't go Margaret, more would be annoying with so would Juno, but Margaret has a better chance. Plus, I'm probably thinking the exact same I am. Margaret has a better chance, yeah. Margaret can, you know, take Juno out of the sky, and Mora can't evade from wherever, but they are healers so they can get past it. But so can Margaret, and it's a case of 2 giant guns. Again, I play a lot of characters that essentially charge in and brute force their way through situations. So essentially, you know, something like Margot fits a lot with my playstyle. And that playstyle was basically made around Reaper. I'm going to presume Sojan. No! Interesting. You close. That was close. Like, I want to be able to play more Mandela. I struggle to get chances, and any for the funsies. Completely forgot I had Cyber Demon equipped. Look, my one annoyance with this skin, that just looks like gold accent, not an actual golden weapon. Although, game, I get it. I appreciate you basically giving me the chance to play Reaper. That, although I will say no, it does look really cool. Now, the one problem with one of my mains is quite simple. I know how to counter them. Now, if he's smart, he won't try and teleport. He did. Oh, I completely mismatched that. I was hoping the fact he wouldn't presume a deflect, or he had already used Fade to get down. Boom! Oh, I will say that, that was also another character that kind of plays into my reckless style of jump in until you win. And guys, that style comes from a case of being a tank as a Reaper. Although, I can't remember when it was, but I was playing Brig at some point between last stream and this one. I think it was the other day. And someone did randomly message me being like, yo dude, like, nice message and everything. It's like, you know, yeah, Briggs, unfortunately Briggs like not a tank with like 600 health. It's like, yeah, I know, but again, she can still go toe to toe with them. Like, it's not that hard for her to go toe to toe with a tank. Now, did that classify for... That it did. I probably will do at least another 1v1. Which is another reason why I don't typically like, because if I was to basically just do 3 games of arcade, stream would be my 10 minutes, it'd basically just be a case of record a 20-minute video.
Welcome to Castile. Prepare for battle. Select your hero.
Junker Queen. Although I will say no, considering Junker Queen is supposed to be the equivalent of I'm this bad bitch, I'm running this tank sort of thing, she does get a lot of questionable skins.
Fight.
Although I will say, I don't really blame her for essentially flexing. Now guys, I'm not old, I'm only 22, and yet there's a lot of modern slang that I'm like, hell, what the fuck? Yeah, I don't think I'm winning this one. Never mind. Which does get me to another point. Someone basically, I think it might have been Marvel Rivals, I'm taking the opportunity. I think I think it was Overwatch where they were like, guys, you can have 1,000 hours on a character and beat in silver, you're not going to beat someone who's only got, like, say, 10 minutes on a character who's in the Grandmasters. This game is about skill, not time played. And I do agree with it.
Tengo que irme.
I've still got a little Sombra, which is always nice to know. No. Little sneaky Miss Driller into the ground will be annoying to deal with. And Life was going to be a pain, but Freya would be more of a pain to deal with. Also, considering the fact that I don't mind the Heart of Courage skin for Freya, I kind of really like it. I don't think I have anything better. I'd like to, I don't want to say the fact that, you know, them mirror matching me. Because they're not. I'm speechless. Again, I'm going to presume Junker Queen are probably going to go and... What I'd love to play Kiriko? Kiriko's not beating 2 tanks. Trust me, I have tried beating a tank as Kiriko. It never goes well. Although I will say, some of my funniest memories when it comes to this game is just beating a tank who's got 2 cocky as a support. Prediction. I'm sorry, did they play shit for 2 rounds for Umber? Are they pulling a pull from Diamond and Pearl? And guys, by that I do mean he was at least in the Big Giant like tournament battle things they were doing. Paul was going against Ash. He sent out 2 Pokemon just to figure out what Ash's strategy was. And Ash's strategy was take the 6 Pokemon that he'd already been using because, you know, he wanted to prove that they're not weak. And I'm sorry, did he actually play shit for... I don't remember if she'd been pissed they clean shit for 2 rounds, or pissed that they got lucky. Because either A, they played shit for 2 rounds, or B, are extremely lucky, or C, which I don't know, because I've bumped into like people essentially like hackers and like I say hackers, you know, players like that were in the past, and mates have been like, yeah, they 100% weren't, and just been like, oh, what now? How the hell did they get a bloody sniper shot from that distance? Yeah, I was presuming Bastion, and if you really think I'm not going to say enter you as quick as possible, you're mistaken. Now, the funny thing is, if they go Doomfist is not too much of a problem. The only thing is if they go Anna, I'm getting put to sleep. Because annoyingly, I like going straight first into sleep darts. It happens way too often. Like, they played terrible first 2 rounds. Then came back and got a... Okay, so they played terrible for 2 rounds. Come back and then win 3. Playing terrible for another round, or being cocky for a round, and then come back and suddenly good again. Never have I been so confused. And I mean seriously, never.
Fight. Match point.
Now, I do have 500 health, which is good, but... Honestly, one thing I would love to remove is the fact of bloody walls. Oh, GG's, good game. Oh, that's hold on, you're showing around to get their ass kicked, but no, they don't. Hold on, that shot even hit me. I'm double checking that. Which is the benefit of being able to stream it, I didn't have to go back and check the annoying way. Okay, I can't tell. Okay, we'll do one more limited door, see what the time is after that. And if it is close to the hour mark, then I'll just call stream early. Which wouldn't be the first time. I mean, over the last month there was I was about to say, what do I mean by last stream? So there's Overwatch 2, which was last stream of the year. There was Overwatch 2's first stream of the year. Then we go a nice couple of weeks with the rank climbing, the just chilling, the more rank climbing, the just chilling again, the more rank. And then before last stream of the year, there was... No, there wasn't. And then, you know, before that, there was just chilling, which Marvel isn't always necessarily an hour. Then you come up to recently, we've had 2 back-to-back streams that have been under the hour. Although I will say, this is longer than than the rival stream. I don't know how, but I ended up going through 4 games in the space of like 40 minutes. Which was kind of nuts. Okay, refusably, what have you seen? And guys, for context, literally just scrolling through YouTube just to see what other see what I can essentially watch after stream. And I've just come across a mega tournament, round 1, battle of 6. Caflable versus Latias, and I'm sorry, since when does Mega Caflable beat Mega Latias? I'd rather a Mega Latias than a Mega Caflable. Unless someone is purely going based on the fact of Fairy vs Dragon. Which in that case, I'm 99% sure the Mega Latias can learn something to cover Fairy, and if they can, I'm also 99% sure that they can learn something like Thunderbolt. It's not like arcade to take a long time. But yeah, so guys, for literal stuff in the store, it's basically the same as last week. Although the Genji and character skins could have been new.
Now entering the box.
Yes!
Prepare for battle. Select your hero.
I have to, for ton's sake.
Fight.
Okay, I de-equip these.
Take a redo?
I'm sorry, but no way should Tracer beat a Doomfist in a battle. Also, get rid of these dumb ass stupid Nerf guns. Don't get me wrong, I like Nerf. Well, did. Point that sentence is did. Back when I was a kid. But doesn't mean I want to see them equipped to Tracer. Which is also proof that I barely ever play Tracer anymore.
Fight.
Is this why people hate Vendella? Because guys, I've played her twice in, I think, competitive games. No. Yes. And instantly been asked to switch. One time I did. I thought that was in the bag. I'm going to regret this. I'm 100% going to regret this. My only option is keep him at bay. Ho ho ho! 100% be playing Sombra. But no way in God Earth should Tracer and Ash be beating Hanks. Ash, potentially. Tracer, definitely not. Nah, guys, the reason a lot of people instantly go for Sombra and Ace is because, quite frankly, you used to need to. Like, you used to need to because of Sombra's invisibility. It used to just be a case of, oh look, I'm invisible, oh look, I'm invisible. And it was the most annoyingest thing in the world to deal with. Although I will say, since I've had Black Cat for Sombra, I don't think I've ever changed that skin. It's one of those skins, like, for a good while there was a Reaper epic skin, and I was just like, no, I don't care, I've got several legendary skins, I'm not changing it. I like Hellfire Reaper. And was just like, not changing it, I don't need to, there's nothing wrong with it. Until I got Chain King, which like, yeah, I've 100% purchased, I'm changing to it. What the fuck? I'm calling bullshit, no one's that fast. I'm doing what is considered scummy. Basically, guys, a lot of reason people don't like Torbjorn is for a simple reason. He sets up in a corner and then just goes do while the turret's getting every single kill. They've gone Torbjorn. They've gone Reaper. Interesting.
Your maker proud.
Interesting thing is, I'm the one who got the kill, not the turret. The turret did a good bit of the work, which, to be fair, is what I think should happen with Torbjorns. The turret shouldn't be the thing getting the kill, it should be helping you get the kill. Which is why I'm not against the turret being slightly less accurate. Or more specifically, taking away the instant lock-on. But in situations like this, I really appreciate it. Okay, yeah, definitely the last game. Now, annoyingly, they've gone Orisa. So close. So close. So I had that skin equipped. Like, guys, I willingly could, like, I could probably spend a good half an hour, maybe 40, maybe just under an hour, just making a whole video about every skin I've got equipped to characters to me, and I don't remember equipping that, I don't remember equipping that. I do remember that. I could have went personally after that. Now, time to be a little twat and really put May to sleep. Now, I'd rather not lose the match to a May.
things.
No recovering.
See, guys, that's why I hate Maze. To make her balanced and fair, get rid of her instant I can go through ice wall to heal. Or at least triple the time on it. Okay, yeah, I think I'm changing back to the Christmas skin. Oh, I'm so saving this. I spent, weirdly, my most time between Anna and Torbjorn, which is kind of weird. Like, Bastion, I instantly got snookered by Arita. Sombra, no idea. Yeah, that's what that was. But yeah, guys, so there are 6 days left in the season. I will be streaming again next Tuesday with the beginning of the season. Hopefully by then I know what the new mythic is, and I will know by then. Hopefully I'll know by Friday, so I can point out, like... I say point out Friday. I'm not 100% sure what's happening yet Friday. It's Tuesday, I've not had no message saying that the game night, so I have no idea. So I don't know whether stream's going to be Friday or whether it be Saturday. I am saying now, potentially depending on, I might try and say stream slightly, like half an hour earlier, then get it all stream all finished by say 10:30, and then film Monster Hunter Rise for like an hour and a half. But then again, that's just the plan. Not that fast about the hazard. Guys, while I'm streaming, I am 100% double checking to make sure I spell shit right. And just for the funsies. Again, Ash should not have been able to beat a hazard. The fact they won is kind of annoying.
Prepare for battle.
But again, people do win every so often. But again, I still don't know where to find like my saves because it's not showing your saved highlights from your view your saved highlights from your console's media library. I've double checked more than once, never seen nothing. But before I do end stream, although for once not sure, I am changing when I find it. There. That's what they should look like. I do not remember equipping the Jar Blasters. And guys, what the pistols are based off are the Jar Blasters, but they don't remind me of the Jar Fires. They more remind me of the Rifle line, which are more meant for more order. Because I think they're marketed as like 12, 14 plus. Just because getting hit with those balls from a distance will hurt. A lot more than a rubber dart. But yeah, so guys, as long as I can, like, I will try and sort this out right after stream. I hopefully will be able to turn Ash play the game into why hazards are dumbs. But I hope you've enjoyed. This is Tyra signing off, and I'll see you next time. Bye. I don't remember which of the button is.